Well, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 7 now. It's a gloomy Saturday afternoon here.
Should I show them?
And look at that. The rain is coming down.
It still looks pretty because of the glistening road, don't you think?
Yeah.
It's gloomy yet pretty.
So, to open our show today, we'd like to advise you people to take it very easy on those roads this afternoon. Hear them now for her opening sequence on this.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. As I just showed you, like even though the glistening roads look pretty, it's really important to drive slowly. So whenever I drive in the rain, I always drive about 5 Ks under the limit just to be safe. And it's annoying because like some of the cars don't like it and they tailgate me behind. But it's very important to put safety first when you're driving in wet weather.
And another important factor, don't drive in flooded causeways. If you know a road is flooded, please don't drive through them. Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. If you can tell it's flooded, just don't risk it. Even if you think you can make it through, it's way better to be safe than sorry. And even if you do make it through the flood, you can still damage your car, so it's just not worth it.
Because the cars and water, guys, they do not mix.
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah. And what Barry means is like the engine underneath the car, like if it gets too wet, it's going to cause some damage in the long run.
So, we can't show you the Monday place time, we can't give you the address, but we can give you the company name, but we've already given you that.
Mm-hmm.
So, the importance of taking care in the rain, guys. Don't walk or ride through floodwaters. Listen to the news on the TV and on the radio. And look on your internet. Hear them now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So every time before I even leave my house, I always check the weather because it's always important to be prepared. And, it's best to avoid driving or walking if you can. I got 2 strong dogs, so I definitely don't walk them in this weather because I'd slip and fall. So always be careful in weather like this.
So you may think it's okay to drive through flooded causeways and on flooded roads, but it is not.
No.
And another important rule, we will give you this at the end of the program. I'll just have a sip of my coffee there.
Yep.
So while I am talking and drinking, okay, Queensland weather can go from sunny to wet
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah. So Barry's right. It's been pretty frustrating the past few days. I haven't seen the sun for a while, and it's always been the same. Like, it says that it's only going to be cloudy, and so I drive out, and then it starts raining. So it's been frustrating, but you know, it's good that it's raining. It's good for the plants and everything. So just always focus on the positive.
So I have some news to share with you all, but I will share that towards the end of the show. But this week I went to New Farm Park. That is up on YouTube now, so check it out. Okay. Now, New Farm Park, you can walk your dog there, have a barbecue, you name it.
Yeah, if it's not raining.
If it's not raining.
Well, I guess you can still have a barbecue if it's undercover.
But when I was doing the show from New Farm Park, it was very windy. Now, it started to rain just as I was loading into our minibus here. Now, I also went to see where my old school was too. So, that school is no longer there.
Oh, what's replaced it?
A block of units, okay? So,
What was the school called?
New Farm Special School. So, getting back to this all important weather, okay? It is raining and it is not a good idea to drive in weather like that. It is really very dangerous. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. Try to avoid driving in this weather unless it's absolutely necessary. Like for me, I had to absolutely drive in this weather because I had to arrive on shift for work. So even like say it's like a social gathering, maybe try and reschedule for another time when it's not raining, because like I said, it's better to be safe than sorry. You want to try to avoid driving in this weather.
Okay, and another thing, if the police see you and they tell you that the road is closed, please adhere to the instructions given by the police. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So I'm sure most of you are smart enough to know that if a road is closed and there's police advising you to turn another way, you wouldn't be stupid enough to drive through.
Go another way.
Yeah, definitely go another way. Because, you know, not only will you break the law and get a huge fine, but, you know, you could cause someone else's death or cause a really bad accident.
So things you can do in wet weather at home. Okay, you can cook something like biscuits or cakes or
Baking, yeah.
Or baking, play some games.
I like reading.
And read a book, watch some YouTube videos that you've recently uploaded, that sort of thing. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. There's so much that you can do indoors. I mean, everyone should have a good idea because like we're all stuck in lockdown due to COVID. So there's so many things that you can do indoors. You can knit, you can make something. I like painting by numbers, and I love binge watching a lot of TV series on YouTube and Netflix. There's so many things you can do.
Well, now it's time to talk about how important it is to stay positive during a wet day. Don't just sit in your room gloomy and sad. Come out and talk to people. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So the weather can affect your mood. Like earlier today, I was feeling a bit depressed because I wanted to take my dogs for a walk, but I couldn't. But what I did instead, I focused on the positive and I played tug of war with them inside instead, and that tired them out. So they still got a bit of exercise. So like I said, it's really important just to focus on the positive and, you know, appreciate what you have. What I always do before I go to sleep is I count my blessings. So I write a list of everything I appreciate, but it doesn't hurt to look at the list of what you appreciate every day.
And don't take your anger out on someone else either.
Yeah.
Okay, you may wake up in a shonky mood, but viewers out there, okay, don't be angry.
Yeah.
Think positive, guys. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. So we've all been guilty of it. Like when you are in a bad mood, it's quite easy to take it out on other people, but that only does more damage than good because they'll naturally retaliate their anger onto you. So if you ever like feel yourself like becoming angry, just take a time out to yourself and breathe in and count to like 100, and that sort of calms you down because it forces your mind to focus on something else. And yeah, just always try and focus on the positive and only try and talk about positive things with other people.
Okay, we know that it may be difficult, guys, but don't bog yourself down with too many negative things. Okay, because if you do that, you won't be able to enjoy the things that you have in life, like your house, your pets, your friends around you, etc. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's absolutely right. So, you know, instead of like focusing on what you don't have in your life, like say you're upset because you're renting instead of owning a house, just appreciate like what you have. Like you have a roof over your head, where there are some people who are homeless. I believe, you know, it's important to focus on what you have in your life that makes you happy, because taking anything for granted, that's the worst thing you can do, because you can live your life with regret for not appreciating what you had.
And another thing, like I've always said, email your site manager too, okay, arrange a meeting on with them as well, okay. Another positive tip, okay, distract yourself with a good book.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. I said before that I watch a lot of TV series, but reading a book, it is much better for your mental health because it exercises your brain a lot more. So what I like to do, like if I'm stuck inside the house, is I'll spend like about 2 hours reading and then an hour exercising, following a YouTube tutorial. And then I'll spend about 2 hours watching a TV series, and I spend about an hour playing with my dogs inside, and then about another 2 hours reading. So I just sort of follow a routine, because if you get stuck doing the same thing for hours on end, you'll naturally get a bit bored. So it's important to vary up your daily schedule when you're stuck inside.
And another thing, okay, make up a list of chores of things you need to focus on.
Yeah, that'll keep you busy too.
Okay, work out how your day is going to start and how it is going to end. Hear them and
Yeah, Barry's right. So it's always a good idea to like write up a schedule for like, say, before I'm going to sleep, I'll write a to-do list for the next day. And usually that involves, like when I wake up, I'll have coffee and I'll do things that need to be done just to get them out the way. So like clean out my cupboard or bath the dogs, and then I'll start doing things that I enjoy doing. But cleaning can be enjoyable as well, because I like to play music while I clean out my cupboard and do other tasks. So after you do what needs to be done, you can just like relax after and watch a TV series or read a book. So writing a schedule is a good idea, Barry.
And the most important thing, take a few deep breaths, okay, if you feel yourself getting uptight and anxious, okay, because this is what causes chest pain, guys.
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So stress and anxiety, they can actually make your body feel more achy. What I like to do is, a friend taught me, like whenever you feel like you're panicking or you're worried about something, you do what's called starfish breathing. So it's sort of like a meditation. So you trace your hand, you breathe in as you go up, and you breathe out as you go down. You breathe in as you go up till you finish your hand, and that helps calm you down.
And another thing, before you go to sleep, have a good, nice, long, hot shower, guys.
Or a bath.
Or a bath. Okay. But make sure you test the water temperature first, okay?
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So before you have a nice hot shower, always turn the cold tap on first and make sure that you test it before getting inside. A lot of people, they've made like the mistake of accidentally burning themselves. Even like children who are unsupervised, they might turn the hot tap on first. So always be careful pretty much before you do anything, really, before you have a nice hot bath. Just always put safety first before you drive in the wet weather. Decide if you really need to go, where you need to go, and just always think before you act.
Because you only have the one life out there, guys.
Yeah.
Hear them and now.
Yeah, Barry's right. I can't imagine anything worse of like my own stupid decision of driving somewhere that I could have postponed in the wet weather. I get into a car accident and I die. And my parents, my dogs, they would all miss me so much. So always put your safety first.
And never speed around the corner.
Yeah.
Take it slowly, guys. It is very important in this. Well, the last thing we'd like to talk about now is having good food in the wet weather. Like, use up the leftovers. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So what I like to cook is carbonara and Thai green curry. Beef stroganoff is a favourite. I love beef stroganoff. Have you had it before, Barry?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, it's delicious. And that type of food you can keep in the fridge for a maximum of 5 days. So always try and eat it within a few days because you don't want to waste food, especially knowing like in the world there are people who are starving. So yeah, there's so many meals that you can cook and yeah, store it away and you can eat it within a few days.
And you can make like something with the leftover mince too.
Yeah.
Like a meat pie.
Or a jaffa.
Or a jaffa, whatever. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, that's right. It's called a jaffle. I got confused. I thought of Jaffa, those lollies. And yeah, there's so many things that you can make with mince that's left over. What I'd like to do is I'd put it on corn chips and get some cheese and salsa and have some nachos.
So, there are lots of things you can do.
Inside,
okay? So, just before we do sign off today, I had a meeting, okay, on Thursday on the phone. My productions, I am not staying on here. So I will let you know when I will be leaving, but I will let you know.
No.
Sad but true, but I've got to do what's right. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. It's not like Barry has given up easily. He's given this place a chance, and he can't help how he feels. He knows what's best for him, and if he feels that moving back is the best decision for him, that's his decision. So just as long as you actually give something a try before, deciding to give up, that's fine. And that's what Barry's done. He's given this place a try, and he wants to go back home.
So, like we said on the last show, which was not on the Thursday just gone, but the one before that, okay? Never ever give up.
Yeah.
Give something a try, for goodness sake. Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So it's important to try before giving up. This is like any decision, really. It's when you start a new job or a new relationship, give them a chance. And, if you feel like they're not up to your standards, it's nothing really to do with them. It's entirely your own decision. So as long as you give them a chance.
So, the important thing is, don't stress yourself out about it.
Yeah.
Write an email and the reasons why you want to leave, and don't make up stories about it.
Yeah, good idea.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. So it's really important if you decide to leave an industry or anywhere, you let the person in charge know and let them know your reasons. And don't make anything up. Just be honest, but polite.
And if you're honest with people in your emails or on the phone, guys, they will be honest with you.
Yeah.
But if you're dishonest and lie, well, if I was manager here at 5365, I would be a bit annoyed.
Yeah.
Here's Emma now.
Yeah, Barry's right. It's really important to be honest and not to lie, because once people know that you're lying, they're not going to respect you, and in return, they're not going to give you their respect. So treat people how you want to be treated, and just always be honest but polite to people.
Well, to close the show this afternoon, I'm just going over Brisbane's weather. Okay, it's not very nice at the moment. The rain is coming down. Not hard at the moment, but it might do later on in the evening. Okay. Just remember what we said on the show, what we've been saying on the show, I should say. Be honest be careful on the roads, don't drive like a maniac and cause an accident, because you could put yourself at risk and the other road users on the road. Here's Emma now for her closing sequence on this.
Yeah, so just to recap everything that we talked about, Barry's absolutely right. Always think before you drive out in the wet weather. So I had to drive in this wet weather because I had to come to work. If I didn't come to work, then no one would be here to care for Barry and the other clients. So only drive out if necessary. So if it's like a social event, I would cancel and reschedule for another time. And just always focus on the positive. Like, I know it can be depressing being stuck indoors because of the weather, but just write a list of everything that you appreciate in your life, and just keep yourself busy by reading, watching shows. Just keep a pattern of different activities, and you'll feel a lot better.
And we'll just take a shot of this rain that is coming down.
Yep. It stopped a bit before, now it's started up again. It still looks like a pretty gloomy day.
But it won't stop me from doing a video here.
Nope.
Okay? And just remember, like we said in the house tour, if you open the garage, shut the thing. And we might even give you a demo on that now,
Yeah.
how the garage door works.
Okay. I'll just unplug the mouse.
So we're just going to
I'll just get a good view of the weather and then I'll film you put the garage down.
yep. So from Emma and myself now, thanks for your company on this Saturday afternoon, and we will catch you next time round here at Bray Farm. So to take us out, this is how the garage door shuts.
Yeah, much better than a roller door. Some roller doors I hurt my arm pulling up.
And that is our show for this Saturday. Thanks for your company, guys, and we will see you next time around. Bye-bye.
Bye.